Perhaps Angela Rayner shouldn't throw stones in the 3 glass houses that she owns. Resignation incoming. Hey up everyone and welcome to Political Nerds. I'm Steph the Alter Nerd, your nerdy political guide from Washington DC to Westminster and beyond. Now of course, before I jump into this, the usual disclaimer: do your own research, come to your own conclusions, and I'm not inciting hatred to anyone or particular group, religion, etc. So let's jump into it as to why there is so much controversy surrounding 3 Pads Rayner at the moment. The controversy is intensified because it's transpired that somehow she's a freaking tax dodger. She didn't pay the correct amount of tax on the stamp duty, and that now it transpires she owes the tax man £40,000. Now, in the last couple of days, she's been on an interview on TV and she's basically turning around and saying, oh, it's not my fault. It's my advisor's fault. My advisor told me to pay this amount, blah, 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 and so I paid it. No. Ultimately, the responsibility to pay the right amount of tax for your particular circumstances in the UK is yourself. HMRC doesn't take any BS excuses trying to blame it on someone else entirely, right, guys? But this is the thing. There are so many tweets that she has published in the past that I bet she regrets now. Like my mate Dan from Black Belt Barrister said by retweeting this from gov.uk. Think before you post. Perhaps she should think before she posts in the future something along these lines. Tax avoidance costs lives. What Angela Rayner tweeted back in February 2013. She somehow avoided to pay £40,000 in tax. Now her tax avoidance has cost lives based on her logic, right, guys? Oh, but guys, there's so many more tweets. Here's another one here. Jeremy Hunt avoids £100,000 stamp duty by exploiting Tory tax loophole, buying flats in bulk. Health Secretary already faces a parliamentary sleaze probe into his purchase of the flats in Ocean Village from a donor who gave his constituency office £50,000. And she tweeted this out back in April 2018. How about this one? A year prior in 2017. Jeremy Corbyn is correct to raise the tax dodging issue. The public are furious with those who get away with tax avoidance whilst they pay. And this is the thing. Do you think that 3 Pads Rayner would have gone on TV and done that interview trying to explain away how she came into the situation where she avoided paying tax, £40,000, right, if she wasn't caught out? In my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, if she wasn't caught out, then she would still try and get away with it to this day and try and keep it under wraps. In my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. But wait, guys, there's even more. We have Angela Rayner literally in a clip from a few years ago saying this.
Every pound of tax that's not delivered to the Chancellor and to the Exchequer means that it damages our public services, and we know the state they're in. So the former Chancellor, when he was Chancellor last summer, made it clear at the time when he was questioned that he pays all his taxes and that he's done everything appropriately, and was threatening legal letters to anyone that questioned him. Now it emerged actually that that's not true, and that there was a HMRC investigation and that he's had to pay penalties for that. I think that makes his position untenable.
And now her position is untenable. Because, using her words, the fact that she hasn't paid the tax that she had to pay, £40,000 that she owes, and probably much more now in penalties, means that by her logic, she has put public services in jeopardy. And that her position now as Deputy Prime Minister is completely untenable. Let me put it another way. If Angela Rayner was part of the opposition, right? And there was another party in power, and the Deputy Prime Minister there was caught out not paying full tax and owed HMRC £40,000 as a result. Do you think Angela Rayner would be understandable and be like, well, you know, he was advised incorrectly, it's not his fault, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit! She'd be there across the freaking aisle in Parliament screaming for his head, screaming for his resignation. So what's the difference with her? There's no difference whatsoever. She hasn't paid the correct amount of tax, and her government is literally taxing us to oblivion, yet somehow she thinks she can get away with not paying the right amount of tax. I don't think so. No. She has to go. The whole Labour dictatorship is rotten to its core. They all have to freaking go. All of them. It's as simple as that. Of course, through peaceful democratic means. I have to put that as a little bit of a disclaimer there these days. Like I said right at the beginning, perhaps Angela Rayner shouldn't throw stones in 3 glass houses that she owns, judging by the tweets that she's freaking made in the past. And that clip that I've just shown you there. But wait, guys, there's more. Oh, there is so many more tweets that she freaking regrets now, I swear. This is one right here from April 2021. One rule for them, another for everyone else. Tory sleaze is back. Well, guess what? Labour sleaze has freaking begun. Here's another. One rule for them latest. The Health Secretary told the British people they should wear face masks when in enclosed spaces. Stood in front of hundreds of Tory MPs sat next to each other like sardines in an enclosed space while not wearing a face mask. Here's another one rule for them latest. The Health Secretary, Sajid Javid, tells the British people it's fine for Tory MPs not to wear face masks in the House of Commons because they're not strangers. One rule for them latest. A man educated at Eton and Oxford says that it's fine for Tory MPs to not wear masks because if you mix with a lot of people indoors in confined spaces, you don't actually need to wear a mask. Right then. Well, Angela Rayner, one rule for them latest. Deputy Prime Minister doesn't have to pay the right amount of tax, can undercut the taxman by 40 grand. But if we undercut the taxman by £40, we will get freaking crucified for it. One rule for them latest, right, 3 pads Rayner? And let me leave you with this beautiful little chestnut. Resignation incoming. Seriously, Angela Rayner, she can't survive this. She cannot survive this, especially when it's transpired that she's used some of her son's NHS disability compensation payout to pay for one of her houses. That's it. She is done. She's dead in the water. She is finished. The only thing we're now waiting for is her resignation. And it's definitely time for her to go and time for the lot of them to go. That Labour dictatorship needs to be gone. We need a general election today. Because do you think it's just Angela Rayner that's undercut HMRC, the taxman here? I don't think so, do you? Enough with my rants, though. If you appreciated this video and you want more, and unfortunately with the state of the UK at the moment, there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alternerd tribe here on YouTube. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Steph Alternerd. Like, share, Comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Do you think out of all of this, Angela Rayner should resign? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces. And until the next time, you guys, laters.